Michelle and Barack Obama has been together for 31 years, guys. Can you believe that? That is amazing. Now, if you're married or you're in a relationship, you know that it's not easy. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes work. So, to them, congratulations, guys. I'm Simone with Access My Life. Access My Life means you're strong, you're independent, you're a go getter, you know your worth, so anyone can access your life. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like one of these charts, check the description box. Okay, let's get back to the video. Of course it counts. It doesn't matter how long or how short of a period of time that you've been married. Listen, just being together in the same space with one person for 24 hours alone, that's a lot. So whether you're married 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, it doesn't matter. It counts. As if being married isn't tough by itself, now you bring in quitting your job, okay? Moving to a whole new country, meeting new people, job searching. That alone puts a lot of stress on a new relationship. When two people just get married, you have to focus on getting to know each other, especially if you didn't live together before. Now you guys are coming together as one. Your lives are being combined. You're learning more about each other. You're learning how to work together as one unit. So get to know your partner, get to know each other before you bring a kid in the mix. Believe me, when you start having kids, then everything changes, okay? It's not about you anymore. It's about the kid. So if you and your partner want to spend some quality time together, do some things, achieve some things, leave kids out of the mix until you are ready. Michelle said just yesterday she had an issue with her husband. So it doesn't matter how long you've been married, okay? It still happens. Teeth and tongue are going to meet. People are going to have issues. People are going to have fallout. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that you guys come back together, okay? Work out your differences. But that was really, really funny. Listen, apologizing in a relationship is very, very important. It's just crazy that a lot of couples do not apologize, or you may have one partner in the relationship who apologizes and then the other one doesn't. Listen, apologizing for doing wrong to your partner is so, so important because it helps you to move on. It helps you to get over whatever issues that you're having. It lets your partner know that you're sorry for hurting them and that you feel a certain way. But whenever you sweep things under the rug and pretend as if nothing happened or you did nothing, all that does is build resentment towards you in your partner, and your partner is going to start beginning to feel as if you don't care. So yes, apologizing in the relationship is top priority if you want a long-lasting one. There are so many times that you're in your relationship, you're going through your hot water with your spouse, your partner, and you just think that that thing that happened is like the worst thing ever that could happen. And because of that, it makes you feel as if you don't want to continue in the relationship. You feel as if you're the only one having that issue, when in reality, this is something that happened to your grandparents, your parents, your friends. People are going through it, but guess what? Nobody is talking about it. So then you now begin to feel as if it's just, you and your partner just don't have it. You and your partner are just not getting along, when in actuality, it is quite normal. Relationships are going to have their ups and their downs. You're going to hit bumps. The important thing is that you guys work it out and move on. Michelle and Barack Obama celebrating 31 years. It's not because they didn't fight and fuss, but guess what? They made up and they moved on. And that's how you start counting the years. Guys, two different people coming together as one, two different minds, two different personalities, two different goals. All that stuff is coming together. So you are going to have conflict. You guys don't think alike, and that's okay. Whenever you hit that bump in the road, talk about it, okay? And then that's going to put you on the road to a long-lasting relationship. After being married to your partner for a while, you're going to start getting to know them. Okay, you're going to know their trigger points. You're going to know what makes them laugh. You're going to know what makes them cry. You're going to know what makes them get pissed off. And when you do know these things about your partner, then you're going to know how to approach them when it comes on to issues that are bothering you or issues that you know are bothering them. You're going to learn how to communicate. But guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much you know the thing that pisses them off, you're still gonna have arguments, okay? It's just how you communicate and how you come back together after the blowout, okay? That's what is important. Definitely with time, your relationship is gonna age like fine wine, okay? The important thing is that you guys stay together and that you guys stay committed. And if you do that, believe me, you can get over any hurdle that your relationship is going through. Anything that comes, as long as you guys are together, you can actually work it out. Jump over that bump. Sail through the ocean. I don't know what else, but you get the gist. You have so many different types of relationships. You have relationships with your family, you have relationship with your friends, but these relationships also go through their struggles. You may have a falling out with a friend, with a family member. You don't talk with them for a while, but then you actually make up. So why put so much expectation on a relationship with your partner, with your spouse, thinking that everything is supposed to be smooth sailing? It's not gonna be smooth sailing. You're gonna fight, you're gonna argue, and that's okay. As long as you guys come up with some amicable solution at the end of it, you're good. So many people are married and they're having issues. But if you were to ask them, would you rather to be single or married with all the issues that you're having with your partner? They're going to answer you that they would rather to be married. Being married is a beautiful thing. It's about companionship. You know, you have someone to do things with. You have someone to go somewhere with. You feel safe, you know, you feel comforted whenever you're going through anything. Just having someone there for you and being there for you, it counts a whole bunch. God did not make us to just be single and be by ourselves. He made us to be together. So that's why when he created Adam, he realized, okay, Adam wants a companion. Adam needs some friendship. He made Eve because he realized that Adam needed a companion. So it's the same thing. Nothing has changed. God made man in his own image, and he made us with needs. And one of those needs is for companionship. And you find that in a spouse, a partner, someone you can share your life with. So the advice on getting married is pick someone and try to pick well. There is no perfect person out there for anyone. No matter what anybody else tell you, there is no perfect someone. And the theory behind that is you meet someone today and you get involved in a relationship and you're so in love and thought everything was perfect and you're going to marry this person. 6 months down the line or a year down the line, you guys break up. What happened to all the love and the Mr. Right or the Mrs. Right? What happened? Then you meet someone else and you start developing feelings towards them. You fall in love and the same thing happens. So what happened to the first person that you said was your soulmate, that you were so in love with? So there is no perfect someone out there. What you have to do is to make sure that you pick someone with the most important qualities that are important to you. And then just work with them, okay? Because you are deeply flawed, they are deeply flawed, but together you guys just work on your differences. And it's very important to accept that you're flawed. Nobody's perfect. I know a lot of people in their relationship think they're perfect and they do no wrong and their partner is the problem. Guess what? It takes two to tango. Nobody's perfect. Your spouse or partner may not be saying to you, hey, you're doing this or you're doing that. But it doesn't mean that you're not doing something that they don't take too well. A lot of times people become silent because they don't want to cause an argument or they don't want to say something that is going to hurt you. But it doesn't mean that there's not something that they would rather you to improve on. So just pick and pick well and work with it. A lot of people may have couples that they look up to, couples that they admire, couple that they see who have been married for years, and just judging the book by the cover, you're thinking that these couple were just meant to be and that they have no issues in their relationship. But if you were supposed to pull that curtain and see what's going on behind the curtain, then you're going to know it's not perfect. Those people have their issues too, but they work it out. So at the end of the day, there is no perfect person, no perfect couple. You guys just have to figure it out. Don't look at someone and thinking, oh, I want to be just like them. Every relationship is different. So if something is upsetting you in your relationship and causing issues, another relationship may be having the same issue and it's not a problem because every relationship is different. So you have to find what works in your relationship. Don't be envious. Don't be jealous of other people who you see from the outside seems as if everything is going great for them. It's not. They just found a way to overcome their differences. But in your head, it's all good. It's not. Just work on your relationship, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Cheating. So many people walk away just for that one reason, cheating in a relationship. Listen, when you enter into a relationship, whether you're married or not, it's a relationship where both of you came together and say, hey, we are going to start this thing and we're going to see where it gets us. We're going to see if we work together. So that means that you guys have made a commitment, right? And a commitment means it's between the two of you. So when you leave out of that relationship and go elsewhere, you've broken your commitment. That's cheating. That's infidelity. Nobody likes that feeling. Nobody ever wants that to happen to them. So that is one of the main reasons why people break up and leave their relationships, because of cheating, infidelity, a very important factor. If you want to have a long-lasting marriage, a long-lasting relationship, you have to stay true to your partner. You have to. Otherwise, what is the relationship for? If they can't trust you with their body, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're giving you themselves, and you in return is giving off yourself to your partner. So when you now go out there and give yourself to someone else, you've broken it, okay? Broken that bond. You've broken that connection. You've broken that beautiful friendship and relationship. You just broke the person. Now you're bringing mistrust in the relationship. And without trust in a relationship, you have absolutely nothing. So don't cheat. Just don't. Don't do it. You cannot expect your partner to be responsible for your happiness. I know your partner is supposed to make you happy. So what am I talking about? Hello, that's why I'm with you. I know that's a lot of pressure to put on someone to make it their duty to make you happy. It's a lot. Listen, people come with their own baggage, with their own expectations in a relationship. So they already have things going on. Piling up on top of that, they're supposed to make you happy 24/7. Nobody wants to be sad. So if you're asking a partner to make you happy, that's a 24/7 job. Okay? That's a lot. So what you need to take away from this is that you have to find something in yourself. You have to make yourself happy. You have to fulfill your own needs. Not saying that your spouse is not going to come in and help you, okay? But you have to take the majority of that burden. You may have friends. You and your girlfriends can go out for a drink. You and your boys can go out and do something. On the weekends, you can plan an event and do stuff. But if you don't do anything and just waiting for your spouse to come home to make you happy, bad idea. Very bad idea. You have to bring your own happiness to the relationship. The same way your spouse has to bring their own happiness to the relationship. And then together you can achieve great things. But you cannot expect your spouse or your partner to make you happy. You have to put in your part. You have to own up to your part in that. And that's how living a fulfilled life becomes an important part of your being. Listen, there are different relationships. You have relationships with your friends, you have relationships with your family, you have relationships with your spouse. All of those people who are brought in your life are in your life for a reason. They all fill a different gap, a different era, a different space in your life. So you have to use them up. You cannot expect your partner to bring you all the happiness and to make everything you need and want possible. You have to help in the fulfillment of those needs. Again, every relationship is different. What may work for me may not work for you. What may work for your friend is not going to work for you. So you have to come up with your own thing. The important thing is that you have an understanding, okay? You guys agree that this is what a relationship is going to be. And once you understand and abide by those terms, then that's what's going to make you happy in your relationship. If you go by the standards of someone else or what you see is happening in your friend's relationship, then you're not going to be happy. You're going to be thinking that you're missing out on something. So you have to define your relationship with your partner. And once you guys are happy in that realm, then nothing else matters. That's it. They can't read your mind. You never discussed it with them. You haven't mentioned it. So how are they going to know? Yet still, when they don't do what you expect them to do, then guess what? You're upset. It's a problem. It's an issue. Communicate, okay? Talk about it. Let your partner know how you feel, what's going on in your mind. Then at that point, you guys can address whatever issue you're having and address whatever he's supposed to read your mind about or whatever she's supposed to read your mind about. Communicate. Listen, you have to do check-ins on your relationship. If you just keep going about your business, you doing whatever you're doing, your spouse doing whatever they're doing, and you guys don't really check in to make sure that you're actually connecting, that you're on the same page, then what's going to happen is years down the road, you're going to realize that one person is doing this and one person is doing that, or one person's goals change to that, while the other person is still standing in the same space and you guys are just not connecting. Why? Because of lack of communication. So you have to check in with your partner. You have to talk to them. Hey, this happened in my day today. I'm going to be doing this thing tomorrow. If you and your partner stay connected and you guys know what is going on in each other's lives, because you're not with them 24/7, right? You're not. So when you guys communicate and you kind of know what page each of you are on, then you guys can continue to grow and to move together as one unit. And that's how you keep that relationship together. So a few years down the road, you're not saying, you know what, this is not working. I mean, this is not what I signed up for. So keeping that communication is very important to sustain a long-lasting relationship. Couples fight in so many different ways. You have the exploder, okay? The person who, once the other partner says something to them, they just explode, out of nowhere. And then you have the person who needs a little bit of time to think about things before they respond. And the way in which you guys fight will determine how your relationship prosper, okay? The important thing is that you guys understand how the other person is when you guys are in a fight. If you have two people who are exploding, oh man, I don't want to see the end result of that relationship. You may have someone who's exploding and then another person who is the fixer trying to fix things. But if the other person is still exploding while the other person is trying to fix, there's no fixing. So you just have to give it some time. I know they say you should never go to bed angry. I don't know how many relationships actually do that or go through that, but I know that there are times when you may have arguments going on for days, or you may argue once, but you're still upset for days. So I'm not sure how that actually falls in, but if you're in a relationship where you never go to bed angry, that is amazing, because that means that you won't have any built up resentment in your heart, right? You can go to bed and sleep peacefully. You won't go to bed angry. You won't wake up upset. So if you're able to maintain that, kudos to you. But if, on the other hand, you keep things in your heart for days, or you need time to think about stuff, then try to make it as quick as you can. Because believe me, when the partners are not communicating and talking in the relationship, it's not good. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your wealth. It's not good for anything. Fix it. I think that's one of the worst things in a relationship, where something is going on between you and your partner, yet still your partner acts as if nothing is going on. Like everything is okay. It's not all good. A lot of times in fights, men are usually the ones who are more on the calmer side, right? And the women are usually the ones who explode and they just have to say what's on their mind. So Barack Obama, kudos to you for being the fixer, for being the calm in the storm. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.